If you're feeling lonely, this is a video for you. We are designed to be around other humans. We're designed to be around plants and animals and to be around them while we're not in a state of fear. And sometimes people get very lonely, not everybody, because they start to socially isolate out of fear, out of worry, out of fear of being judged or dislike or concern. And I've noticed that we're kind of going more inward as a culture and just going on our phones and seeing projections of what we believe those people to be on their social media, and everybody's putting their masks out, saying, "This is who I am, and I look really good, and look how happy I am." But if we remove the mask, we know that's not the case. And so if you're producing an image of yourself that is inaccurate, just be aware of it, that that's going to make you feel more lonely. Because if you're getting likes on a photograph or a video and you're pretending to be happy, but actually you're sad, then that's going to make you even sadder because they're liking something that doesn't exist. And where are you? You're totally unseen. And there's this pressure to be perfect. And everybody's got a full-time job as a PR agent from the age of like 10. I mean, when I was 10, I wasn't posting pictures. I was running around in the mud. But now if I was 10 or 11, I would have to figure out what I'd put on my Instagram and my Facebook and how to filter my photographs. It's a full-time job. And it's a lonely job because you're pressurized into looking at other people and what they're doing and trying to be better and trying to fit in. And that pressure can lead to loneliness and a feeling that you're not good enough, or that, you're not really who you present to be. And that's an icky place to be. Honestly, we're all effed up. Even the spiritual teachers are effed up. The leaders are effed up. The parents are effed up. But they're still all divine, and they're still all wonderful. And they're still all able to help. And nobody needs to be perfect. And you shouldn't feel lonely if you're effed up, because everybody else is, even if they're pretending not to be. If I reflect on my life, oh my goodness, I effed up a lot. And I think that that's a good thing. I think it makes you more empathetic. I think it can drive you on your spiritual journey inward, and you can learn how to extricate yourself out of situations and become a better human being had you not had to. And, when you realize how imperfect you are and you accept your imperfections, you're able to really accept other people. And when you accept other people, then you're more willing to kind of interact with them and feel less lonely. Loneliness, a lot of the time, it comes from fearing other people and isolating from other people or being hurt by other people. Just lower your expectations. There's a lot of stress that's happening, that's exiting, and that will exacerbate. And so just lower your expectations of people around you. Know that they probably will start to de-stress. They might show patterns of unusual behavior. And that's okay, because people are not their behavior. People are not their behavior. People are not their behavior. They are a divine intelligence beyond their behavior. And no matter what they're doing, connect to them beyond that. Set some boundaries if you need to for your own safety if they're really blowing up. And by the way, I think people are going to blow up. We've just had a pandemic. There's a lot going on, and people are going to blow up. And we don't need to be concerned too much about it. We can just go inward, reset, go out in the world and just learn to love people even though they're blowing up. And then if you learn to love people even though they're blowing up or you're blowing up, you'll feel less lonely, knowing that everybody's the same as everybody else. Everybody's doing the best they can with the resources they have available to them, messing up sometimes, not messing up other times. Everybody feels pretty much every emotion throughout a lifetime at some point, eventually, unless they're very numb, and that's unfortunate if that happens. But if you are lonely, I would get a meditation practice, because then if you learn to transcend, you'll be filled up with something that's never going to leave you. You will be so full by a stillness, but it's not still, that's maybe the wrong word, by a transcendence that fills you up so much that you don't need an external object to fill you up, and you'll feel less lonely. But also know that you are a human. So even if you're meditating and then moving around in the world, you are social. You're designed to be social. And so move around and meet people, and don't expect them to be perfect, and give it a go. And maybe they're rude, or maybe they're not. Maybe you need to set boundaries, but that's okay. Just don't give up. Just keep putting yourself out there, being yourself, giving it another go. And animals are wonderful. I always think that if you can rescue animals, or if you've never loved an animal, then your heart space isn't going to be fully open. Rescue animals. They'll give you so much love. You don't have to have a life with a human baby. You could have a furry baby. You don't have to have your life look a certain way. You don't have to have kids. A lot of times people say, oh, I'm lonely because I need to have a family and I need to freeze my eggs, otherwise I'm not going to be able to have a family and I'm feeling so lonely. Don't just look to humans. You've got a whole animal kingdom that you can interact with to make you feel less lonely. For me, I don't have any children. I just have cats and snakes. And my cats are my family members. And I am not lonely because of my cats. And I cuddle them and they fill my heart space every moment and every day. And I don't see them as any different to a child. So if that works for you, great. Loneliness is very difficult for people who've lost loved ones and the elderly. So throw yourself out into your community and make sure that you help the elderly. Or if you notice that somebody's alone, give them a call. That could be you one day. And don't isolate. Don't isolate. Do not isolate. You're designed to bump into people in the kingdom, to co-create with other people in the kingdom, to have face-to-face time with people in the other kingdom, to just have endless possibilities happen because you went out there and you showed up and you gave it a go. Please don't isolate. It's not evolutionary to isolate. Very few people are monks that need to go off into the Himalayas to just see no one. That's not your design, probably. And if you're sensitive or you've been hurt, then make sure that you choose people who have a lot of empathy, really deep empathy. They don't have to be perfect, but Just get street smart. And if somebody's like saying something that really upsets you, then, try somebody else with more empathy. Doesn't mean you have to hate the person that upset you. It just means, oh, I'll just have to try again. So don't feel lonely, and if you notice one of your friends is acting strangely, ask them, how are you? No, actually, how are you really? And mean it, not on a superficial level, like, how are you? No, ask them, well, how are you? And be a safe space and don't judge them, no matter what they say. Take care.